Which I pretty. Hope you enjoy, everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Solo Now. Giving my latest review on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, episode 124, or the revived Phantom Knights. They released the episode a little early this time, because after what happened last week with the postponing of the last two episodes because of a technical error with the subbing. I guess they're trying to make up for lost time. I'm a little bit. Anyway, let's get started. All right, the main episode starts. Everything that happened last week. What's happening right up to now, overall. Even though it didn't show what happened to Asuka and Yuri's duel, it's showing things from Yuya's end. Even though Yuya, he's trying to look for Yuto, he asks for help, but he's walking straight into a trap. Now, we're back to present day right now. Rudy, she's walking through the halls of Academia trying to find help, trying to look for a kite. I don't know why she's gonna look for a kite though, but it's going to be tough for her. However, she's slowly being watched by the doctor. The doctor, manipulating her. She still has the parasite in her head. Right, so she's not what you call off the hook. She's even slowly being guided by the parasite to turn to a different direction, actually, which is pretty problematic. Meanwhile, you got Yuya. He's going in this mysterious room, hoping to find Yuzu, but it's not the room. Alright, it said that room is very special. I'll get to that in later moments. Right now, that room he's going into right now, is very special. But and then there's a girl called in. That girl is Rudy, and Rudy, he thinks it's Yuzu, but it's actually Yuri, and it's Yuto that points him out. Yuto points him out overall. There are a lot of things I really got to comment on this episode that I really like. Some of the best moments I got, and I'll say that overall. They talk a little bit, and she tells her that Shun is here, on Academia, that he came here, but Yuya didn't know. He thought only Ranji and the others came, but he didn't know about Shun. He came with Edo, so he wouldn't exactly know about Shun and Edo being here, which is a pretty big deal overall. That's something you got to think about. However, things start going bad as they get talking. The parasite takes over, and Rudy, he challenges Yuya to a duel. So the first to watch it, he even has Selena with him, staring right behind him. It's pretty creepy, overall, as she stares behind him. I know she has no will of her own, but seriously, you just have her right there and her during serving, it's very creepy. Forcing her to duel. However, Yuya, he does. Unfortunately, he has to duel her in order to set her free, and the seed ask her why. And the way they do in this duel, she uses Yuto's cards. It's because of the desire to say Rudy, Yuya's deck change. He's using the Phantom Knight deck, which specializes for Yuto, which is pretty good and awesome. I really like the way. And the way he starts up, he sets three cards face down, overall. It's the same way that we first saw Yuto do, when he set all five of his cards face down without summoning a monster. It's the same thing. It's something you gotta think about. That's one of Yuto's specialties, to use surprise attacks. Anyway, you get, Rudy, using her little Guluski deck, subbing out independent Nightingale. But she uses two monsters instead of five, and she uses, she even summons out Parasite Fusion and using Fusion or stuff, Parasite Call, stuff like that, and summons out Parasite Fusion and summon out Assembly Nightingale again, Seeing how she does this, overall, the way she does it. It's the same way she did with Shun, but different, However, she's different because she's dueling with Yuto, because Yuto, it sees the connection to her, Yuto, and Rudy is different, way different. Like, she even tries to tell him that it's really me, Yuto, but she doesn't believe him, and this inspires him still confusion. Even the professor who's watching this right now, even he seems shocked and confused by this overall, which doesn't make a lot of sense. And I'll get more into that later. Overall, Duel does the other way. And even though, no, and the way Yuya using Yuto's decks, oh well, the way they connect overall, it's different from the way they did it before. This time it's Yuto guiding him instead of just possession or berserk mode or the awakening as the official dub is, Now the way he guides him, overall using his deck, like even Shun shows up and I've been noticed is this. If Shun shows up, let them know that they're being mind controlled by someone, owned by someone. You have to defeat the person who goes the mind, overall. Things start to go well, even though he blocks the original attack, even manages to lower the monster's attack points, even though he take a lot of damage, things get even worse as Selena shows up. How she shows up out of nowhere and just shocks Shun using a taser gun. She uses a taser, overall. I think that's the first time we ever seen a taser in a Yu-Gi-Oh anime before. They showed weapons before, like weapons like guns, maybe this, I think bombs too, but but never a taser. I think this is the first time taser. The way she knocks him out, the way she just jumps into the duel, and the way they both look, both Rudy and Rin, the way they both look, mind control, that same pale face. Well, like there's no light in their eyes. I think like there's some, and that look of mind control. It's pretty grim, a little bit. It gets grimmer later, overall. She even summons out Parasite Fusioner, even uses Rudy's monster to summon out Parasite Queen. And lead cards like Parasite Plant. Even though, he does summon out an Exceeds monster, to try to protect himself. Like, for example, about Phantom Knight's Cursed Javelin. That monster is pretty nice, It, even though it has a weak low attack, it does some damage to Rudy, but not to Selena because of Parasite Plant, overall. Its ability, the ability to negate a monster's attack and reduce it to 0, it's pretty handy overall. It's pretty handy overall. However, with Selena, now in this duel and using our Parasite Queen, it's going to be extra difficult for him because now it's a 2 against 1 duel. Even though he has Yuto by back, Yuto can't duel right now. And things get even worse as she explains that the room they're in, it's actually, and that this room it's where insects are being mind control insects, and they're inside their heads and they're being controlled, and that there are insects inside. There's going to be an insect inside of Yuya as well. This just shakes Yuya to his very core. Even though he does do his best, knowing that these people are going to control Yuzu the way they're controlling Selena and Rudy, it shakes him to his core. Even Yuto tries to calm him down a bit, overall. He does his best and tries to calm him down overall, which is pretty cool, which is pretty good. He does his best, but then as their cards become one, as they connect each other to try to save the girls by their joint desire to save them, and Yuya becomes Yuto. It's not like Hurt Mode. He actually becomes Yuto. Like, his body takes up this purple, dark purplish aura, and his body literally transforms to him. The professor's in shock, saying, hey, there's no way that's the other personality inside of Yuya. Rudy can't believe that he's here now. And he's using his and right now he's going to do his best way to save Yuya by becoming one and joining together, and then they can say, hey, Rudy and the other girls. He even uses a rack up magic to like double burial, which brings back a cursed javelin, but also summons out a monster that's 2 ranks higher, which is Dark Rebellion Season. And good to see Yuto using its ace monster again, which is pretty nice. We also get some moments, both good and bad moments. Like, we get to see that there are memories and flashbacks between Yuto and Rudy. It seems that Rudy didn't. When they first met, it was Shun who introduced it, but he watched her duel. It seemed that they were very close overall. How close? I don't know. I don't know how close, but it seems that they were very close. Like, they really did care for each other overall, which is overall. But as the duel progresses, and as they both try to make their way to save Yuta, the doctor is like saying, "Hey, you really want to come here? Yeah, but you have to get through those two first to come here. And seeing that he has both Rin and Yuzu by his side, and seeing how they both have that pale look on their faces, like they're definitely being mind controlled. I really didn't like that it happened to Yuzu, but I really am very sad. That it happened to Yuzu, that they got to her. But there is still a chance that she could be saved. That's not what you call completely lost. You know. The preview for the next episode is pretty awesome. It looks like we're gonna see a new dragon, one one that's very dark and very bad. I don't know what, but who knows? Hey, if you want more questions or answers and maybe more theories, go down to Clueless Gamers. Go to the side of my channel. There's a guy named Dylan. He's the best at what you call theories and episodes and reviews and other things that may be related to Yu-Gi-Oh that you may be interested in. Go to Clueless Gamers on the side of my channel. He's a good guy and he makes awesome videos. So awesome that he even got noticed by TV Tokyo. In fact, pretty badass. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. He's the best at what you call theory videos, and I think I think one theory is that Yuto and Ruri were a couple. Well, that's my opinion, but I think he's the best person to probably answer that question, not me. Overall, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is Sullivan Niles, getting my latest on Yu-Gi-Oh! Upside, episode 124. I'm out. Bye.